We are back for part 6. So this is my journey of figuring out how I can start to grow my team, grow my business, and also figure out where my disconnect is in my business. I've been doing this now for 4 years, and I've realized that my team has dwindled down to 22, along with, like, the frustration of how do I connect with my customers and how do I get more customers when I'm so busy. I don't have time for events. I don't really like doing Facebook parties. I don't mind doing bag parties and other things, but that's where I'm kind of at is I'm sending out messages to my current customers, basically wanting to ask for referrals. And I sent out an email and it flopped, I would say, because there was no response. But as I looked back over that email, I realized that there was no call to action. There was no like message me back to let me know you got the email or, click on here, click on there. There was no call to action. So it was basically an very blunt end of a statement. There was no question. There was no follow through, anything. So I did reach out to a couple different customers, and I slowly been texting a lot of my current customers. I'm also going through different things on the workstation. So when you're on the workstation, you can sort your contacts by different ways. Let me see if I can pull this up. I should have had this already pulled up. So when you're on your workstation, I'm going to log in. I'm not going to show this. I'm just going to walk you guys through it because there's too much information I need to hide. So when you first log into your workstation, you go under contacts and go to contacts home page. So in the contacts home page, there is a sort and filter. On that sort and filter, you have so many things that you can sort by. This is the new updated version of the workstation. So I think everybody's gotten it. I don't think it's like I don't think I'm on beta. So you can sort by, and it's their first name, it's their last name, A through Z or Z through A on either one. Most recently added, most number of orders, least number of orders, last order date, or lifetime PRV. So you can sort this way, figuring out like maybe you want to know who your top customers are. So their lifetime PRV of how much they purchased, and then it breaks it down for each person on how many orders, because they could have given you 3 orders, but it's $1,000, or they can have 1,000 orders and it's sitting at like 1,005. I mean, there's going to be more than $1 on there, but you can kind of get my gist of this. So you can look through there and kind of go through which customers that you want to reach back out to. So if I clicked on the least number of orders, if I decide to view this basically kind of backwards sorts everybody. Normally you would do by the top, but looking at the back, it's going to start with your zeros. So these are people that are in your system. So either you added them or they added themselves going on to your website. That means maybe they had started a cart, or maybe they logged in for any other reason. I'm not sure, but they created an account or you create an account for them and they have 0 orders. There's a lot of things that you could reach out to them for. You could just kind of say, hey, I see you created an account, and maybe ask them if they have questions. Now, this is the first time I'm sorting through because I'm just trying to come up with some different ideas in my head. So this is a free-flowing situation here. So I have a couple of customers that only have a name and a phone number. So those customers I do know, they had placed orders with me and I put them in my contacts, but they were put into group orders. But I think I at least got their phone number and their name put in. I just didn't get an email address or an address because I was meeting them face to face. I'm trying to look through some of these other ones. There was a couple of different people who offered to do Facebook parties and some scroll and click parties that I created their account, but orders never went through from them, or they didn't get enough orders to claim rewards. And so they were just like, I'm done. So there's also that reason on why there would have 0 lifetime orders. Looking back, trying to see who these others are. Some of these, I don't know who they are. So they had to have added themselves somehow, because if I didn't create it, they created it themselves. Now, some of these are my dummy orders. So I do create when I am doing a training and I put in there like test account. I will do those, or I'll even use my name and block stuff out. So, but that's a good way to start searching. The other thing is on the reporting tab. So when you go to the reporting tab, and I'm going to see if this works because my reporting tab's been down all day. It doesn't look like it's going to go. Under sales report, you can look up the reorder report. And that one I was going to print out earlier today for this training, but I wasn't able to access it. But on the reorder report, you can put if it's been 0 to 3 months since someone's ordered. So they may have ordered again. Sometimes it comes up twice. So I'm not sure what the parameters are for that reorder because sometimes my customers, I know they've ordered again, but they're not in there. Oh, I know what it was because they had multiple accounts. So you do want to check that. You want to make sure that you've merged all of your contacts. But you can go through there on the reorder and you can put from 3 to 6 months. If it's been 3 to 6 months since they've placed an order, you can check back with them, check to see how the products are doing, or ask if they have any questions. The one thing that I think I've lost since the beginning was I don't always go back and check their accounts. So as I'm rebuilding, I do want to try to set up some systems in place for me to have more than just a, hey, how's everything going? Do you love your products? And not look to see what they have. I want to be a little bit more specific. So that means it's going to take a little bit longer time. And it's definitely not going to be templates. There's not going to be an easy copy paste this and get 15 orders. It's going to be, you need to look at their accounts. You need to know who these customers are. Are they only buying wax, but they don't have any, they've never bought a warmer from you ever. And especially if you've been in for 4 years. So does that mean they have older warmers? That's one thing to ask them because they may have a warmer that went out of commission and they didn't know about the lifetime warranty. The other thing, maybe they don't get any wax. Maybe they're just getting pod products. There may be a reason behind that. You can, there's different conversations you can have about those or the different devices. Maybe they've only gotten the mini fan from you, or at one point in time, asking them which device they have. Because if they have the mini fan for their car, but maybe they stopped using it, so they're using it in their house or their office, that's not strong enough. Or maybe it's time for a refill on the pods. Pods are one thing that you can really suggest to your customers because no one else has pods. Like no one else has a device that pushes a fan through the scented beads for fragrance, for instantaneous fragrance, like our wax. We have multiple companies that do wax products and wax melts, and sometimes they're beads, sometimes they're blocks, sometimes they're other things. So the pod products are something that Scentsy has that you can build up a clientele that they can't get anywhere else. Because as you start with Scentsy and as you go through Scentsy, you'll always find the customers that already have warmers from another company or from a box store that they use the Scentsy wax into. And then you'll have a lot of questions, and some of them you can answer, some of them you cannot. You can look in the Q&As, or you can always ask me if you have specifics. It's really hard for me to come up with something specific on those. But our laundry products, there's a lot of different companies that do laundry, and not just direct sales base. You're talking about the major brands that do laundry. Our buddies, there's a lot of companies that do buddies, but ours is the only one that gets a scent pack with it. So you have to look at, when you're looking at the customers, on the different things that they've purchased and when they purchased it. If they've only gotten one warmer from you, you've been in Scentsy for more than a year, just let them know that there is a lifetime warranty on it. So if there's ever any problems, they can just contact you back. If they've never bought a warmer from you, ask them. Say, I realize that you've never bought a warmer from me. How are you utilizing your wax, or how are you using your wax, or how are you melting your wax? And find out, like, ask those questions. They may ghost you, they may respond, or just say, I have another warmer, got it from someone else. It could be an old Scentsy warmer. Anytime it's an old Scentsy anything, that's especially for the warmers, you want to make sure that they know about the warranty. Trying to think, since I can't pull that up. Let's see. So you can sort your contacts. Looking for the largest PRV, lifetime PRV. You can sort it by the most amount of orders or the least amount of orders. You can sort it by state. You can sort it by city. So there's a lot of different filters that you can do on the contacts tab that may help you go through that list. I've started doing it, but again, I wanted to do the reorder list and kind of go over that tonight, but I didn't want to leave you guys without a video. So don't give up. Just keep going. If there's going to come something that clicks. And the reason I say that is that the messages I did send and the email I sent, even though I've not gotten a response back, a physical response of someone messaging me back or anything else, I sent out some text messages and I got an order. I got a $155 order from one of those people. Now, I don't know if it was the email. I don't know if it was the text message. I don't know if it was just time for them to order, but would they have still ordered if I hadn't emailed them or text messaged them? I don't know, because I did. So I can at least say that that person, that one order, kind of put that fire back in me of like, okay, I'm not hitting a brick wall. I haven't really gotten no's. I'm not getting people that are saying, no, I don't want it. Leave me alone. I'm just getting a lot of ghosting. I'm getting a lot of no responses, but it was a new medium. Emails are new to me. And there's probably a ton of different ways that I should be doing it that maybe I'm not. But this is that learning process. This is what every Scentsy consultant goes through, is finding what works for them. I don't mind text messaging or Facebook messaging. Sometimes I prefer the text message because I don't want to see that they haven't read it. And I don't want to see that they did read it and aren't responding. I don't want to see that they're online, but I'm still been unread. So that's one reason why I stopped doing a lot of Facebook messages. I started doing more text messaging straight to their phone number, because if they order online, I have their phone number. I have their email address. So that's just my reasoning behind not always using the Facebook messaging, because sometimes I just don't want to know. It's kind of ignorance is bliss. If you don't know that they've read it, then you don't know. You can't start to have that conversation in your head that they're not responding to you because of you. They're just not responding because they haven't had time. I'll look at it. So text messages and the emails is what I'm working on. I still am posting in my VIP. I have a VIP that I post a minimum of 3 posts a day. I'm following Leslie's mock VIP group, and I do a lot of what she does. I also add in my my daily interaction posts. I create those on Facebook. If you want to find out how I do that, I do have a video in through my playlist. It's probably going to be business tips and tricks, or it's probably going to be something with business tips or business tricks, something like that. Scentsy Business. That shows you how I make those interactive posts, and I make them for the whole month. So here, since June is ending up, I'll end up making July's. So I might be doing something a little bit more geared towards referrals, trying to get those juices flowing of getting more customers to me. So that may be something that I will reword some of these, instead of them just being inspirational or, like fun questions. I may start gearing them towards my business of like, have you had great service with me, or something of that sort. So that's something I can think about for something that I'm posting on Facebook, and Instagram, and on my business VIP, or on my business. Let me say this again. On my personal page, on my business page, on my personal VIP group, and also Instagram. Those are the places that I put those up, and I have them different in each group because that is so much fun. I promise. It's so much fun to have to do all of them separately. But I want different questions out at different places so I can see what's making traction. I don't want to do the same one, because if they come across, they're like, oh, I already saw that. I just kind of want it different. And that's just my brain. That's my brain. What else is going on? But that's about it. But I just finished school today. I took my final today. So I am done with my class. So now I do have a little bit more time that I can focus on doing this. Taking this class, summer 1 class that was just for the month of June, was hard. It was overwhelming. It was worth it. I got a really good grade, so I'm very happy with it. So basically that one is done. Another check mark off of my list of classes that I need to take to get my degree. So that's what I have. So just remember, don't give up. Just figure out what works and tweak it, or figure out what doesn't work. And I promise this is going to come out better. Don't stress. Don't stress. And I'm getting really red right now because I got a little embarrassed. So understand that this is all a process. It is not something that's going to automatically overnight change your business. There is work behind the bonuses. There's work behind your business. There's work behind the scenes all the time. And you have to remember that your value is not comparative to your PRV, to your paycheck. Your value is worth everything. Sometimes you just need to find the customers who are willing to look at your value and look at what you have to offer. And essentially, we are marketing ourselves. People are finding me because of my personality. Some people will love me, other people will hate me, and that is okay with me. I have way accustomed to being okay with my life and who I am and how loud I am and how energetic I am. People don't like that, but that's okay. I'm not dimming my light for them. I am making my light bright as a beacon for the people who are like-minded, the people who love the enthusiasm and love the way my brain works and how crazy it is and how I squirrel. And I always try to find my way back to that same kind of conversation. So showing yourself on social media, doing lives on VIP groups, or even on your personal page, your Instagram, your TikTok, wherever platform you are on, going live and starting to connect to people will start building your customer base and customer group. I do quite a bit of lives through my regular VIP group and along with my personal page. I always forget to go to my business page and do a live. It's probably time that I did that. I do these videos up on YouTube and share them on different platforms because I want people to, I just never know where they are. My next best customer or my next best teamie or my next best, collabor, it may be on a different platform that I'm not using all the time. And that's why you want to kind of learn how to use the different platforms, learn how to use the materials that you have, especially for free. Like, guys, it's for free. Your text messages, unless you're getting charged per text, maybe, I don't know. But those are free. Your Facebook Messenger right now is free. Your Instagram Messenger is free. Facebook is free. Instagram is free. TikTok is free. YouTube is free. Like, there's so many free revenues that you can contact and reach out to customers and build that relationship and build that, build your business up to getting to where you want. Again, I want to be a superstar director one day. That is my end goal. But I also know that I jumped so fast a director that I didn't even know how to run my business when it is in the lull. So this is like my restart of my business. I've never stopped. I've never quit Scentsy. I've never got deactivated. I lost my title, but I never stopped working my business. And I do this almost every day. Again, I don't take as long to do it anymore. I used to take hours and hours and hours, 10, 12, 14 hours a day working on Scentsy and myself and videos and training. Now I spend about 2-3 hours a day when I have time. Sometimes it's 30 minutes. Sometimes I sit in here and I'm working on Scentsy all day because I have the time and the energy, because it does go off my flow of my energy. So if I'm not showing up on the video feeds, if I'm not posting a video, it's because I'm having a down day, or I'm overwhelmed, or I'm just busy because I just finished school, so I won't be as busy. All right, that's what I got for you guys today, guys. I am Cassie Bollinger. I am working my journey on getting up to the goal that I want, and I'm breaking it down and letting you guys follow me on my journey. So hopefully this can inspire you. Maybe it'll motivate you to get off your butt and start moving and working in your business. And maybe it'll give you some tips and tricks of things you may not have thought about or have done. And if you have any tips and tricks for me, please make sure you comment down below. I would love to hear from each and every one of you. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and following my page. Guys, I love you all. You are so amazing. You are worthy. You are important. And damn it, you are strong and you can do this. We can do this together. Love you guys.